is not here. I'm going to try to do this solo because I have got 3 amazing guests. We've done 1, we've done 2, we've never had 3. So Kay had to leave because we can only have 4 chairs. So I decided I'm bringing the entire marketing team, sales team right here to you now because this is like the power team of sales. And I thought, you know what? I don't want to piece this out over 3 weeks. We got to do this together and feel the energy of these 3 magnificent marketing sales people. So I'm going to start with their leader. Vonda, you've been on the show.
Yeah.
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I wasn't here. I didn't get to hear all the the backstory. So I want to start quickly, just who you are, your title, and then we'll go down the line and then we'll go back and hear a little more from you.
Well, good morning or afternoon. My name is Wanda Fishburne, and I'm the new Director of Sales.
Very cool.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Schmidt, and I am brand new. Today is my 4th day, and I'm a sales associate.
I am Heather Frankel, and I've been working here for 9 months and love it.
So you are like the veteran for this group.
For this
You're like the longest tenured salesperson we've got. Okay, well, I'm going to start by saying I love the shirts.
Thank you.
When this airs, we'll be out of Game Show Week, but right now we're in Game Show Week, and we're like living the dream. There was
having a great time
last night in Price is Right, and that'll be old news by the time it's aired, but all the residents love this week, and it's fun to see. I mean, your 4th day, you just got thrown into the deep end and said,
absolutely.
We're in the middle of Game Show Week, wear this shirt, and you naturally have a smile. So it's
fun.
It's easy for you to get caught up in the excitement. So, Vaughn, I want to go back to you. Let's hear a little bit about, you're new here, but like, what have you seen Glencroft? Like, you've got thrown in the deep end, like all of you, but like, what makes us different? Like, what makes us unique?
Wow. So first of all, this makes us very unique. So I've never done this before. But I've been in senior living for about 12 years, and I've really honestly never seen anything like this. As far as, you know, just this team spirit, campus spirit, Zoe life. I'm just incredibly impressed by the whole entire campus and what we have to offer with independent living, assisted living, memory care. I'm very impressed and very, very happy to be here.
Oh, it's so cool. All right, newbie. But you've been here a while, so let's go into because you've been in senior living a long time.
20 years. Wow. Yes. Kind of fell into it. A friend of mine who I knew from the hotel industry, her mom had early onset dementia.
Okay.
And so I just kind of jumped in and never thought I was going to be a teacher. And
really?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I love my seniors. I love helping people. And there's just something about when they come to you, especially if they didn't want to move, and they come to you and say, I should have done this years ago, thank you.
That's very cool.
But this place is amazing. I was saying earlier that the residents are happy. They're not bored. They've got smiles on their faces, and that is wonderful. Yeah. So I'm in the right place.
Do you think, okay, because I think, take for granted everything this ship offers. And we get so caught up in the daily, like, interacting with our residents and take those smiles. I don't want to say take our smiles for granted, but I think new perspective, you're like, this isn't normal to see this, like, because we're in it. We're like, this is normal. This is how senior living should be, right? Like, this is amazing. Yes. Yeah. But you're saying,
it's
not so
like
much.
That. No. And I've worked at some great places, but I have never experienced anything like I have in this 4 days. I'm excited.
Wait till day 10. Day 10 is like off the charts. Yeah. Wait till that double-digit day is like, day 10's here.
Day 4, you're here. Just imagine where we're going.
What's going to happen on day 10? I'm kind of...
See? Yeah. Okay, Heather, it's your turn.
All right.
You're the veteran of all of 9 months. So where are you from? Like, what brought you to Glencroft?
So I am from Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
I went to Texas Christian University. Go Horned Frogs.
Yeah.
But I have been in hospitality my whole life. So hotels, wedding planning, bartending, anything that has to do with hospitality, I have done. This is brand new for me, doing senior living.
Okay.
I have a very close relationship with my grandparents, and I've watched them kind of have to move around due to some unfortunate circumstances with bad facilities. And when I got the opportunity to come here and meet these people, I mean, they're they're my family now.
Yeah.
I love them. I love when I get to give a tour and they hug me and say, you know, and I get to see them, and, you know, just it's like nothing I have ever experienced before. It gives you I get goosebumps even.
Yeah, I think having a hospitality background is so key in senior living. I mean, because a lot of people go from the nursing side to doing senior living and practicing, but I think the hospitality side, especially the baby boomers coming, it is such a hospitality-oriented industry. And I think that you guys have unique perspective in marketing and sales, because you get to see people, like you said, like coming in like, I don't want to do this. I didn't think that this was going to ever happen to me. And be like, no, it's so much better than you think. Like, look what we can do for you.
It's like college for seniors.
That's what I'm saying. That's like saying, yes, this is like a college campus. It was the first impression I had coming here in 2018. Like, I'd never heard of a Glencroft, and I didn't know senior living. And I'm like, this is like a college campus, and like with dorms and food, and I'm like, it's so cool what could be with that. You had the university concept and all this wellness stuff, and it's like, this is like the Disneyland of successful aging. That's what I always say. Like, you come here and like start learning how to live again.
And thrive.
And thrive, and especially coming out of COVID. I mean, I want to get into it a little bit, but I think everybody here has different perspective of what COVID did and have different places you were working. And Vonda, I'll start with you on COVID scenario. Like, I don't want to harp on it, but it changed all of us in senior living. So like, what would be some of the takeaways you had coming out of COVID and things you saw where you were working? Like, we did this really good and we should have done this earlier because COVID brought this to the forefront. Like, here we started doing more stuff on TV that we wish we would have done earlier, but kind of forced our hand, and now we're like, oh, it's so good we did that. So what would you say?
You know, COVID has given me and maybe other people a lot more awareness as far as our personal relationships, because they are precious. Communication when you're not able to see your family member, between the nurse, the marketing team, whoever. That's very important. Takeaway for our marketing sales team, we introduced more virtual tours and such, so we're able to do more online tours and in-person tours now. So it kind of doubles up, keeps us busy.
Yeah.
But we do use that tool every day now.
Very cool. Okay, Steph, what about you?
For me, it really showed me how important it is to have that personal relationship, like she was saying, but also the interaction. I filled up my memory care where I was after COVID with people that were fine, and because they weren't getting that stimulation. So I think, especially being here now with the ZoeLife and everything, it really shows even more importance to that stimulation. And even if it's something small, it's that interaction. People being by themselves is not good.
No, I agree.
So,
well, it's everything. Everything about ZoeLife is getting people out and getting them to engage with each other and have that community, which is so easy on this campus. And so COVID was like the 180 of what ZoeLife is all about. And we talked about it earlier, is like, what was cool to see was with COVID and ZoeLife, there's those that had practiced it and learned and took part in the university and eating better and sleeping and working on their bodies. Like, it didn't stop COVID, but it put all these tools in their tool chest to like, okay, I'm going to hunker down and get through this. And I know everybody on campus. I'm not isolated going in. And it's exactly what you said. You really get that sense of community going through something too. On the other side, you're like, holy cow. All right, you hospitality queen. You weren't in senior living, so
I was not.
Tell me about hotel stuff.
So we actually had first responders staying with us.
Okay.
So they were, right on the front lines.
And this is in Texas?
No, this is here.
This was here?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Where were you?
Crown Plaza.
Okay.
So, they didn't want to take it home to their families, and so
Locked
we
down.
opened. We opened our doors and to hear their stories about what was going on in the hospitals and what they were seeing and everything. It makes you really cherish life and your family and your friends. And sometimes we get so busy, with the movement of everyday things that we don't really pause and be really thankful for what we have. And I know COVID has changed so many people's lives, and I can't imagine. And if we get to even give a small glimmer of hope that we can provide, something here, even with, COVID precautions in place, we get to help people, and
Absolutely.
that's our ultimate.
No, that's super
Cool.
cool. All right, you got a powerful team here.
I do.
I mean, we've had
excited.
different marketing teams, sales teams come through, and a lot of our residents got onboarded with somebody else. But what would you say to the residents that haven't got to meet you yet, and kind of like they want to see your face, all smiles? Like, this is a very welcoming group. Like, I am so excited for what you guys are going to do on this campus. But for those that have already moved in and don't get the chance to come in and on board with you, I mean, you guys are around, you're down in the administration office. So talk to me about the dynamic of your little office setup and how you guys, what does a day look like for you three?
Wow. So amazing. The setup that we have down in our offices, we have our sales and marketing team. And then we also have Charlene, Genevieve, Brooke, and Joyce, who do a lot of the move-in orientations, such like that. A lot of customer service with, Charlene with the independent living. So it's just an amazing, fun place to be.
A lot of laughing.
And you got the fish tank, which is always nice.
We have the fish tank, we have Spud. So if you're in the neighborhood, stop by and say hi. If not, you'll see us on the golf cart waving. So
very cool. So talk to me about the dynamic down there with community support moving in and how that flow of like a one-stop shop for residents, because before community support was on their own, they were isolated over here, but the mindset of, okay, bring everything under one roof and be able to really work with AL and IL and be able to place people and have Charlene integral into that. So how's that dynamic look for a resident? How are they impacted by that?
I would say, so initially when you come in and tour with us, we'll show you around, take care of all your business, get settled into your apartment, and then you meet Genevieve, which will do the orientation, set you up with that. Joyce will help with keys and such. I'm still new to the process, so I'm figuring out.
All right. Hey.
But then after that, you've already been introduced to all of the key players. You have any questions, anything, you just come to the office, and we're able to take care of anything, any issues that you have,
Very
good
cool.
or bad.
And you come from such a diverse background, senior living. Is it similar kind of setup, or is this way different with all this community support and all of the...
It's very different.
Okay, break it down.
There are so many players here,
Okay.
which I think is great. A little overwhelming. Not
Yeah,
going to say
sure.
it's not. But it seems like it's nice because it feels like nothing's going to slip through the cracks.
Right.
You've got somebody doing so many different aspects of the move. When they move in, when they're here. I mean, it's very different, very unique, and I think it's great. I mean, it's just hard to learn all the players' names and their titles,
Sure.
but I feel like it's really a good system, and it seems like I said, no one's going to slip through the cracks. Everyone's going to be taken care of and treated like a family.
That's right.
So.
All right, what's your perspective?
So I was around when we were separate, and now we're together, and I can tell you it's been the most amazing thing.
Awesome.
Charlene and her crew they're passionate, they're loving, there's nothing that they wouldn't help us with, and I think we have an amazing team here, and all of us together, if we do have a hard situation, like, we get all these different opinions that allow us to really just help, and that's what we're here for.
We have the same thing in common. We care about people.
We care about people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. That's what it matters. And everybody's had a parent, right?
Yeah.
Like, we all have seen this. Like, I know. So, okay, I want to hear a little bit about what a tour looks like right now in the heat of the summer. It's 190,000 degrees on the tarmac. That is all the pavement around. We have the big trees and we get all that maturity, but it's hot, and our residents know it's hot. We know it's hot. But how do you do this daily tour? Because I see you guys on golf carts and you're putting on that fresh face and you're smiling. I know you're sweating and it's hot, but do you have to navigate a tour different in the summer?
Well, my experience has been we normally in the summer make sure we wear enough deodorant, drink a lot of water, but we do a lot of our discovery, getting to know our residents, our prospects in the air conditioning, so that we know what they're looking for, whether it be memory care, assisted living, independent, casita, crossings, what have you. We do a lot of that there. So when we do get on that golf cart, we have a purpose.
Yes.
So we're not out there in the sun too long. We like to give them the grand tour, but we definitely have a purpose when we're on the golf cart or
How about
walking.
you? 4 days in.
I haven't done any tours on my own yet.
Okay, all right. But you're
I'm
not.
good, but come on. No,
But you're not unfamiliar with this heat. I mean,
no,
it's-
I'm a native. It seems like every summer it gets hotter, though.
Yes.
Or maybe it's just I'm getting older, but
Yeah, possibly.
it's hot.
yeah, I mean, I'm ready to move in. Yeah, I think the summer is hard. A lot of people don't want to move in the summer. And I think that you do, like Vonda was saying, you definitely have to have a purpose and know where you're headed,
Yes.
which
Yes.
I don't yet.
Which is the air conditioning.
Yes.
The performance center, the university,
Yeah.
the pool,
pools,
the
yes.
activity center,
Absolutely.
the dining, like
Yes,
in and out.
absolutely.
Minimal time outside. And you walk all your tours. You don't ever want to use a golf cart, right? You like to walk.
I do like to walk. However, with this heat,
Yeah.
I've kind of found now like what has the best air conditioning. Like Henry's, right when you walk in,
Kind of hunker down right there.
Yep, the
Right in the
great air.
marketplace. Talk about
So-
the bank, do your thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
it's like I go from air conditioning to a unit. Like
Okay.
I kind of take them in and out of air so that they're never really getting too hot.
Okay.
So
All right.
So and I think that works. We always have water.
Always water.
And it's worked so far. I'm not a huge fan of the heat, but it seems like our residents love it. They love it.
Well,
and
they do love it. And their
Yeah.
bones are moving good. And they're like,
absolutely.
I mean, early in the day and at night, it's doable. I mean, we have those walking paths that everybody watching knows we push hard. And we do these team walking challenges and 3,000 miles in 6 weeks. That's what our groups are averaging.
Wow.
I mean, 3,000 miles on this campus. It's spectacular. And these numbers are still coming in the middle of the summer. Here's my miles. Here's my miles.
Wow.
Like, they're still getting it, which is so cool. All right. New residents moving in. Whether they're coming from Sun City or they're coming from another property, what's the number one thing they ask? Give me like your number one, the question they're going to ask. What is it? What is it? Is it because we're a faith-based campus, they ask a lot about the church side, or is it dining? I want to see your food. Like, food's number one. Or what is like the draw? Once they're here and they see us and they hear Zoe Life and they see our activity, they get kind of like, wow, it's cool. But like, what's the first like thing?
Oh, I have that. They'll
All right.
say, this is a great calendar. This is really great. But do you actually do
Right.
what you say you're doing?
Oh, so
I've
they think it's a marketing gimmick.
And you know what? And I'm not saying that, but
Wow.
Yeah,
So when
so-
you show them real photos of us doing what we say we do,
yeah. Or we walk
Or
into
coming
an
down
activity.
to a class.
Yeah.
Yep,
I mean,
absolutely.
so they're. Do you think it's because they've seen other properties or
Yes.
coming
Yes.
they know this is like
Or they've been in
not
other
really
properties.
what this goes down like?
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, again, we're in this box. If we do it,
We're
we
up.
think everybody, we know they don't do as good as us, but we think they're trying. But you're
Trying.
saying maybe not.
Definitely.
Maybe not.
Yeah. This is.
All right, what do you think? You've been in a long time. What's the number one question you get? Or like, what's.
Food is very important.
Yeah.
And for those that are social activities are huge.
Yeah.
But again, nothing compares to what I've seen here. It's just, like you said, it's like a campus, like a college, or a cruise, kind of like a cruise ship is
Yeah.
what it reminds me of too. A land cruise.
without the
A desert
Right, no
cruise.
seasickness.
yeah.
But yeah, food is number one, and I would say activities. Even people that say, they'll come and say, my mom doesn't do anything. She doesn't want to do anything. If you can get those people involved,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Well,
So.
I think, and I'm going to get to you, don't think I'm not, but I think what's cool is what we've created here is because we have outpatient therapy with physical therapy, speech, and OTPC speech, and we have Zoe Life, that what we talk about is that full continuum of care that is a CCRC's in that own model of wellness where somebody might not be able to participate with Ross, but we're going to build them up. And that's the goal. And then those that can hit the ground running, they've got a plan. But I think it'd be rare or hard pressed to find another campus that has looked at the model like that. Like a CCRC that's big, and we're the biggest in Arizona, but like really bringing it down to the person and making a care plan wherever you're at and whatever season you're in of like, okay, we want you to be with Ross because it is so fun to do game show week, but we know you can't walk there yet. So let's build this team around you to help you get there. And I mean, I get goosebumps talking about that because that's like my baby. Like that's what we're doing. But I think new perspective's fun because, you know, you're going to hit the ground running and be able to sell that energy of what we're doing here.
Yep.
All right, you. Tell me, what's your number one, like, coming from hospitality and you're wowing hotel guests? Because I spent 16 years there. I know it very well.
I know.
That's what you're doing, right? Like, you got to wow a guest. In every moment, you're like, I'm going to make an impact on your vacation. But now you're doing it in somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
So what's that first question you get, or you get a lot?
You know, are the activities real? You know, like, is this the real deal? Because I always tell people, you know, like, if you want it, we have it.
Yeah.
And if we don't have it, you let us know. We're going to create it. We have enough residents that somebody else is going to be interested in it. You know, like we have the capability with such a large community to do a whole lot of things. I mean, look, we just did an outdoor, you know, workout area.
Yeah.
I mean, no one has that, you know? And so I just think really learning them as a person and then showing them, like, this is how we meet your needs.
Well,
and it's different with everyone.
I think you hit the nail on the head of community. And I think if I was in your role in sales, obviously I would be like loving all the stuff you could sell, because that would be, but I would lean on our residents as our best advocate.
Oh, yeah.
And our, like, I mean, they live and breathe, and they are like, you get them talking and they just love it here. And they just want to tell the world. And that's why on our social media stuff, if you haven't followed us on social media, there's posters all over campus. Like, we are so excited about this because we're showcasing you guys. Like, we're showing Game Show Week and all the fun last night. And we're showing all of our Parkinson's doing VR and all the food. And it's just like, so we want to show what we're doing. We've always said that Glencroft's always done it right internally, like our programs, but we've had a hard time showcasing it over the walls, like really what we've developed here. And so social media, you guys are going to be hot and heavy on it. We're going to be like live streaming tours. So, all right, we got 2 minutes. So tell me one last thought for the campus, perspective you have, or a nugget that they're going to walk away with from you, the Vonda fortune cookie moment that is like the wow, aha.
The wow,
This is
aha.
like, she left me this, I can't stop thinking about what she's about to say right now. Like,
Oh my
No
gosh!
pressure.
No pressure.
Do you
Like,
hear,
bring it,
Do
bring
you hear
the-
the crickets?
this is going to be unbelievable. Wait for it.
I guess I already said it. It's just really good to be here, and I think I have an amazing team, and I think, wow, we're just going to have so much fun, work really hard, and I just look forward to meeting every single one of you.
Okay.
And
there it is.
come stop by. And
Yes.
we
Yeah.
love cookies.
Oh, hey, there you go. Bring the bacon. Sweet Dora.
Yeah.
Sweet Dora, you have people that will love. She's a cooker. I mean, they all are. When I got sick, they just keep giving me cookies because they're trying to get me weight back on. So good call right there. All right, what about you?
Just more of the same. I mean, I'm excited to know it all. I don't like being new. I
Yep.
like knowing everything now.
Okay.
And so, you know, I'm just anxious to meet people. I met two ladies in Henry's day before yesterday, day two.
Yeah.
And I said, it seems like there's really a lot going on here. And they said, oh, honey, if you're bored here, it's because you want to be bored. There's so much,
Yeah.
she
Very
said.
true.
And they had their shirts on.
Yep.
And everyone seems so happy. So I'm anxious to meet people and to learn everything that I need to learn. But yeah, definitely come by and see us. You don't have to bring me cookies. Just come and say hi.
Just come and say hi.
Yeah, me and Vonda, we like cookies.
Is there a certain cookie you want?
Chocolate chips.
All of them.
All of them.
You're not
I
going to
don't
turn a
pass
cookie
it.
away.
Nope.
Okay. All right. There you go. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been fun, like, get all you together, because, again, that little admin building is humming right now.
It's humming.
I mean, you guys are having fun, and I don't know where else you'd want to sell senior living. Anywhere?
Nope.
Nope.
No chance.
Just here.
All right, there's our episode. Next week we got an amazing guest, so I'm going to tease it with it's a celebrity. I'm going to say it's a local celebrity. We're trying to
Nice.
we got him either Zoom or here, but I'm shocked we pulled this off. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm excited.
Shocked we pulled this off. So until then, enjoy the week. It's hot. Recover from game show week. Enjoy Glencroft. We love you, and we'll see you next week.